In this video, I want to outline the top 5 highest paying tech skills in 2026. And this has actually been the top 5 highest paying tech skills for many years right now. Even in 2025, they stayed as the top highest 5 paying tech skills. And they're going to still be here until 2026 and even beyond. So number one, it's artificial intelligence and machine learning. So AI is actually exploding, and for that reason, many companies need people who can actually build smart tools, train models, and automate workflows. So if you can actually go into AI or machine learning, your earning will actually be potentially very huge. All right, and I'm not going to be mentioning like the specific amount that they normally pay at this point in time, because this would differ depending on the country that you live in. But generally, this particular skill or tech skill has a very high payment potential. So the second one I want to mention right here is called cybersecurity and ethical hacking. And when we talk about this cybersecurity and ethical hacking, we are just referring to the attacks that many websites actually get on the internet. So there is a lot of a cyber attack, and it keeps rising every day. So for that reason, many companies are actually desperate for protection, and security experts and ethical hackers are given a serious money to actually do this. They did that in 2025, and they're still going to do the same thing in 2026. So if you can actually go into cybersecurity, that will be a very nice option for you. So the next high paying tech is cloud engineering. So companies like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, and at this particular point in time, or even before now, you must have noticed that everything is actually moving to the cloud. So cloud engineers, DevOps engineers, and even architects are actually among the highest paid in this particular industry. So if you're someone who is actually looking for a very profitable niche to go into, you can go into cloud engineering. So the fourth one is actually called data engineering and analytics. So once we're talking about this, you just basically need to know how to kind of gather data, and data actually run every business today. So if you can actually collect, clean, and analyze data or build a data pipeline, you will be actually very valuable to a lot of companies in today's world, and that's going to also be valuable in 2026 and beyond. So the fifth one right here is actually called a software engineering. And what I mean by this is for those that are into full stack development. People that are also into mobile app development are also included right here. So full stack developers and the mobile app developers are still in high demand. So no matter how much tech evolve, we will always need people who are into things like mobile app development, and then even any other kind of web application. So those people are really very valuable, and many companies are actually looking for them, and they pay them quite a lot of money to be able to have them in their companies. So in conclusion, if you're actually someone who is actually thinking of leveling up this year and then start with one of these skills, so you should feel free to follow me for more tech tips and coding content and career guidance. So feel free to pick one of these that I've just actually mentioned. So I mentioned the software engineering, and I mentioned the security and ethical hacking. I'm talking about cybersecurity and ethical hacking. I mentioned the cloud engineering. I mentioned the data engineering and analytics, and I also mentioned the artificial intelligence and machine learning, and that's just the thing in there. So you have to just pick just one of these, and you're actually going to have one of the top 5 highest paying tech skills in 2026 and beyond. Now, if you got any issue with getting started with any of the fields that I just mentioned right here, all you need to do is to just go to the comment section and say getting started with cybersecurity. If it is cybersecurity, if it is something like cloud computing, you can just say getting started with cybersecurity, and I'm going to just pick those ones that people are actually going to drop right there, and then make a video on how to get started with that. All right.